operator of this blessed engine of destruction. Let the Omnissiah guide you through this confrontation. Be machine and man one as intended.
I can hardly wait. In destruction, we will be one.
Exloading the parameters of your assignment to the tactical cogitator. Your task is to eliminate the hostile presence in the target area.
I'm looking at the missive as we speak. As I see, I'll also have to reach the fort and deploy a teleport beacon for the Inquisitor at the gate. Understood.
Be warned. The fort is the epicenter of expanding warp anomalies. That must be the source of this Imperial incursion.
is this? These idiots are throwing themselves at the Crimson Wanderer without thinking.
According to the Codex data modules, Khorne will prioritize the free flow of motive force. Self-preservation is irrelevant for its followers.
I deeply condemn this type of barbarism and mindless destruction in any contest of power. It makes my work easier, though.
waste of resources is a sin against the machine god on its own.
One more reason to cleanse this place. Let the weapons of the Crimson Wanderer consume these ruins with furious fire. Cogitators are all over the chart. What's happening?
You have entered the zone tainted by the warp anomaly located in the target area. All navigational instruments have a 98.7% chance of being affected by Empyrean disruption. Blasphemy! A blessed war machine tainted by the excrement of the Empyrean.
That must be Abraxas, the Rampager. I have heard tales about this demonic monstrosity.
Follow your primary function, Operator.
I will. These knights have abandoned the gifts bestowed upon them by the Omnisire. They must perish. deployed the teleport beacon. Inquisitor, you are most welcome to join the battle. I will be guarding the gates while you do the Emperor's work in the fort.
valiant efforts of the Crimson Wanderer, the gate of the fort has been secured. I'm moving in.
We are approaching from the north, culling the wave of the unclean. I strongly advise that you wait for the storm watches before you enter.
Until that warp gate is tearing a hole into the fabric of reality, we don't have the luxury of delay.
Your status, Inquisitor. These abominations here are putting up quite a fight, but we are moving ahead.
Give them no quarter. I'm taking care of the situation down. Let's say we'll meet at the destroyed gate.
Are you willing to bet, Inquisitor, that it will be us who will reach that damned gate first?
Should we make this skirmish even more interesting? So be it.
According to the tactical calculations, factoring in the current vector of incoming hostiles, the probability of the Stormwatcher's contingent reaching the fort is 8.34%.
They are space marines. They can make this believe. How are you faring, Grandmaster?
We have lost some battle brothers in this living hell, but our march is unstoppable.
In this case, I wouldn't want to bother with your actual chances of success.
More is more than simple arithmetic, Inquisitor. But I don't blame you. Even our own tech marines tend to forget that.
Grandmaster, I have reached the wall. Preparing to close the tear.
We are closing on the northern walls. Still, it seems that you have won our wager, Inquisitor. Could almost be worthy of a Stormwatcher.
Considering that you are still knee-deep in the dead outside, I don't know if that was a compliment or not.
Initiating teleport sequences. Meet us in the northern corner. Stormwatchers, spread out. Pacify the port. Kill each and every traitor you find. This area is mine. Go!
What was this all about?
That mockery of the Grand Master, the leader of the Void Rippers, is very close. We need to take care of that creature for good.
I see. You don't want your brothers to accidentally learn the secret of the Void Rippers.
You, of all servants of the Emperor, should know that truth is a blade that needs to be sheathed sometimes to serve you better. He's pleased with the carnage we caused. It's a shame it must end now. You are not even worthy of dying by my hands. I might leave your fate to the agent of the Imperium here.
I see that there is only two of you. Unfortunate. The Blood God is expecting a duel. We must even the odds.
I never thought that I'd see you manifesting something akin to honor.
Your kind has never understood what it takes to be a real warrior. 2 against 2. This is how it shall be done.
The Void Dripper incursion has been thwarted. For now, at least.
This war has only just begun. You know, I'm not used to showering praise. But I want to thank you for everything you've done here.
You know, I'm not used to asking for anything. But now I'd like to ask you a favor.
An Inquisitor, asking for a favor. Now I have seen everything.
I'm only trying to be polite. Brother Caius Thorn has been part of my retinue for a while now. He has proven himself a very useful asset. I wish to employ his services in the future.
Sergeant Thorn is a dedicated warrior and a very capable storm watcher. We could put his abilities to good use here, but I'm not in the position to refuse your request. Especially not after such a glorious day. So be it.
May the Emperor be with you, Grandmaster. We will meet again. I'm certain of that.
Inquisitor, Caius Thorn reporting for duty. I have received my orders from the Grand Master, and I'm ready to fight by your side again.
It is an honor to have you back in my retinue, Sergeant. Just be more careful with those reckless acts of heroism in the future, all right?
Duly noted. It will not happen again.
Even if your own past comes back to haunt you.
The truth about the Void Rippers rattled me. I can't deny that. But it also gives me strength to defeat those traitors.
Your own superiors kept you in the darkness. Does this trouble you?
They had their reasons. The end justifies the means.
I approve your attitude, Thorn. The Inquisition needs you.
The Conclave has sent you a message, Inquisitor.
We are satisfied with the results of this investigation, Inquisitor. You have successfully rectified the mishaps of the previous assignment on the outpost, and you have been relentless in your battle against the Void Rippers. I fear, though, that from now on we must reckon with the Void Ripper presence in the sector. Still, you reminded those traitors that Imperial worlds are not bare fields of carnage.
Inquisitor. Lord Klosterheim is heading toward an area marked as forbidden. It is cut off from the dominion of the machine spirit.
I'm on my way. I also need an explanation as to why anyone would tamper with the machine spirit in such an irregular way.
Although the chances are infinitesimal, complex machinery may be vulnerable to the corruption of chaos. For some reason, Uther Tiberius wanted to reduce even that small chance to zero.
I want to know more about that. Keep me updated.
Inquisitor, I have analyzed the records of my communion. The administrator prayers in the digital marginalia indicate that Uther Tiberius fused an incorruptible soul with the machine.
But that is impossible. Unless you sacrifice someone who fought off a demon and became immune to corruption.
Agreed. Subject would be a former demon host.
Is that even permitted?
I could list 136 sects within the Adeptus Mechanicus, which would start a doctrinal purge based solely on such a notion. But my sect has always believed in digital martyrdom. I consider this machine spirit a miracle.
Now that you have access to the main core, I want you to find all records of demon hosts on the Martyr.
Inquisitor, I've just completed my diagnostic meditations and reviewed the data. We can safely rule out the infection as the cause of your hallucinations.
Then what is it?
My theory is that the visions might be residual memories leaking through a hasty mind scrub. They could have been triggered by certain phrases or events.
That's nonsense. Stop obsessing about my mental condition.
As you command, Inquisitor.
Inquisitor, as per your request, I have scoured the classified data looms on this deck. I think you ought to know that all research sanctums on this deck were assigned for demon host experiments for decades.
What? Uther Tiberius was creating demon hosts?
The sheer number of subjects implies that he was trying to create a whole army of them.
Uther Tiberius condemned a whole army to eternal suffering?
Note that the attached confession scrolls clearly prove that most subjects were volunteers. They wanted to be filled with unholy essence, then fight the taint and return, immune to the chaos.
But that is insane.
I cannot comment on that. Eventually, the survival rate was deemed too low, and the project was abandoned.
After decades of torture, he turned away from his own creations.
Any progress, Inquisitor?
Looks like I'm closing in on Gloucester. He may have an agenda, but at least he's cut the middle. I'm in the research cloister, Tech Priest.
Incorrect. You are only approaching the gate of the research cloister, currently under quarantine.
My dear, you must be the most pedantic specialist I've ever had in there.
Comment filed away for later evaluation. Proceed to the gate, Inquisitor.
I found the remains of a dead Tech Priest.
I suspect he is the one responsible for overriding the local systems. Search the body for additional information, Inquisitor.
Sigma 7 Omega 3 5 Alpha.
Interesting. The machine spirit is trying to communicate with us again. That is the emergency code for the lockdown protocols. The research cloister has been quarantined. You might not be able to leave if you enter.
I should return to my ship then, and make preparations before I enter that area.